Hi there, La Jolla UMC family. You may recall that this is my week back in the office after a week at camp, and something kind of interesting happened while I was at camp. You see, one of the roles that I have, in addition to doing some preaching and other leading, is I have the privilege, the joy of leading some music. And I brought up with me my 12-string Takamine that I've played with you all before. And I noticed a couple of times this weird situation where half of my strings wouldn't suddenly go out of tune. Is really weird. It's every other string would go out of tune, and I didn't understand it. And I'd tune it back up and we'd play, and the next time I'd play it, they'd be out of tune again. I got back home Saturday afternoon, and I started to take a look at my guitar. And it turned out that my guitar had gotten damaged. There's a section, you guitar players will know this, there's a section down near the sound hole that holds the string and keeps them sort of locked in place there with these little plastic pegs, and that thing is called the bridge. Well, it turns out that there's so much tension in a 12-string guitar, and with some fluctuation and heat up there at Cedar Glen, the bridge on my guitar cracked. It's completely useless, this bridge. Now, I don't know if I can get this replaced or not. I'm going to try, and that's not the point of this, but here's where I'm going with this illustration. You see, sometimes we see that there are cracks in our situations or our personalities or our moods. We sometimes realize that maybe we could have done some better maintenance for ourselves. As I think about what happened to this guitar, if I'd paid more attention, if I'd looked at the bridge from time to time, then maybe I would have seen what was happening and could have, detuned it or just taken the strings off and done something different to maybe save that bridge. I don't know. Like I said, I'm going to try to get it fixed. But sometimes if we do these things to ourselves, we let it go far enough that we can do some real damage to ourselves. All of this is sort of a reminder that I'm going to be taking a renewal leave for the months of August, September, and October. It's because I want to do better for myself than I did for that guitar. I want to practice some good self-care. Now, you all are going to be in good hands with Pastor Tara, with our office staff, our district superintendent. We even have some funds from the annual conference that are going to help support some of what our ongoing ministries here for La Jolla UMC. But I want you to know that that's why I'm taking this time, because I'm seeing a little bit of the cracks in some things that just could use some rest. And so I'm going to take that time. I know that we've already reported this in various church council meetings, but I wanted to say something a bit more broadly. You should know that I'll be away for August, September, and October, and I'll come back in November, hopefully fresh with energy and stories and all of those kinds of things. I will be holding you in prayer as I'm away, but I ask you to do the same. Hold me in prayer so that I might be continually nourished and strengthened for ongoing ministry once I return. Thank you, my friends, and grace and peace to you.